Okay, we are. Are you listening now? Someone to remember our boss order up.
Let me take off this.
Someone, I don't know. Is someone? Are you listening? It's a delay. It's a delay in the
Yeah,
transmission.
yeah. They can hear us now.
Okay. Let's talk again. Everything. This is our second time to do it alive, and I think that we always we have a new trouble, but fortunately someone told us that is nothing happened with the audio. Okay, let's start again. Please talk us about Verbatim, the history, and we need to talk about everything again.
Yeah, so we were talking about how this brand started in the business in 1969, and so they've been in the market for 48 years. But this came out because we were talking about floppy disks. If you want to put the image, so we can.
Okay. Everything continue the conversation
No,
because
yeah, let's just like kind of summarize it, saying that you started using Verbatim's disks when you used the MS-DOS system.
this is MS-DOS system
Yeah,
for who only watching and not listen anything. Basically, is an operating system of line of command.
yeah,
Yes, for the newest the technology, no nothing not all is about Windows and not all the operating systems is with a graphic interface. Give us a second. Sorry for that, guys. Someone needs to put in silent their cell phone, and this is someone is me. Okay.
So when he was
When I was young, because
when
in some moments of this life I
you
was
were
young.
you were
I were young. I were young. I use that. I use the technology of Verbatim, and I use a computer like this, the Printaford 8088. Basically, if you notice here, is a floppy. Is a floppy of this type of disk, and that's the reason to talk about the MS2, the
yeah.
operating
So
system.
we were wondering what happened to this brand if floppy disks disappeared
Yeah, because
more
like
than 20 years
like I
ago.
say, no more.
Yeah, yeah, more than 20 years ago.
And it's very surprising that they are adapt with the times and continue the brand. I expect that disappear after a lot of years.
Yeah, I also thought that they had disappeared, but so we came across this website, which is very complete, and so we see that they have not only data storage, but they've also expanded to have peripherals and accessories such as the car accessories, which is something unexpected, but I guess they wanted to cover all the aspects of peripherals and mobility. So they also maintain a data storage portfolio quite large because they still have CDs, they still have DVDs, but they also have the solid state drives. Um, they have memory cards and, of course, the flash drives. So we see that they also have this collaboration with popular Japanese animation with with Kimetsu no Yaiba. Then yeah,
I don't know how to say hi for someone to say a hi to Pablo. how to say
Uh,
hello. Hello, Pablo. I know you are there somewhere. But we remember that when we talk about Kimetsu no Yaiba, this is a technology channel, but like we said in a previous videos, we love it, the manga and everything about Japan. Pablo is our friends from our home country. We remember that the best that how the word that he used it when he described Kimetsu no Yaiba.
uh, the best anime that I've seen in the last years. The last year that was last year.
And this is the pandemic year, but
Yeah.
for me it's pretty cool. They have a lot of the main characters in USB tribes. All the main characters, all the popular, Tanjiro. It's everyone here, and I think this is a great way to stay in the
Mm.
first and mind of the people, because it's surprising that the adaptation of this type of company and
But
make these
yeah,
big
but
collaborations.
I think that they're also doing it to people to be present in people's mind because honestly, also nowadays, I mean, I don't have a flash drive because I much rather have everything in the cloud.
No,
But still, they're still in use. I mean, I
the,
reckon that.
I, this is a thing that I want to talk about it, because this is not the first time we talk about collaborations. We talked the last time about the MSI and ASUS, a collaboration with Evangelion. And I think they think that too, that it's not important, these collaborations. And the
No, but
mark.
I did say that it was important.
No, 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 but you say that you have all your information in the
Yeah.
cloud and so you
No,
don't use the
what I mean
brands.
is that
The,
maybe nowadays much of the young have this iPhone mobiles,
no, 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 I
so
know, but
they
my
have easily
but my
easier
point
access to that.
but my point of this type of collaboration is the way, because maybe 32 gigabytes is not a lot. It's not a lot for a US drive, but for sure I gonna want things related with Kimetsu no Yaiba, and it's another way to be present with with new customers and make business differently. But sometimes, for my own experience, the sales representations of these vendors don't understand that, didn't did did not understand that this collaboration is a powerful message for the company to make new business, to make new opportunities with new customers, with new market, and I don't know. I want to say that.
No, I mean it is important what you say. In the end, they're reaching um, the youngest of the market, and that's fine. And you can even buy. I mean, if you have children, if you have nieces or nephews that like this, you can always buy one of these for them to take it to school and use it to print their documents at the stationery of the school. You definitely can do that, and you're definitely reaching out to the youngest of the market. However, what I say also is that they, I mean, they are expanding their business, and they even have a lighting division. So they're kind of doing more outside of their
Traditional
niche.
business.
Yes. So, because if you go to the lighting tab, you can see that they are doing light tubs and lighting services in general and infrastructure, even for stadiums. So I think they are they really and they've been successful because they've been in the market for more years than Dell, for example.
Yep.
So they are being successful in that, and they've expanded their business. They keep in the same niche of data storage and all the peripherals. But let's be honest, I mean, really, really, how many people that you know still carries their USB. Or remember that when in Mexico you could find these people selling USBs
Mm,
with 100 songs.
yeah.
I mean, my dad had one,
Yeah.
but and that's fine. I'm sure that people still use this. But even when you go to Office Works or Office Depot for whoever is watching in Mexico or whatever, um, they don't have they now have this send your documents to this
Email.
email address, because nowadays it is more difficult to actually have one flash drive on your pocket. So they are doing some other things, but I think that they are keeping their game up with these collaborations, like you say, for their traditional market, which is the data storage. And I bet that these are very good products, and they have also the solid state drives and everything. So all that I'm saying is that they are doing right in expanding their business to more and more and more. Um, so I agree with what you say. Just thinking that I think that eventually we might see the end of these flash drives, because it's
No.
easier to have access to this
Yeah. Yeah.
storage in the cloud. I mean, you have it in the palm of your hand with this.
Yeah, and Google is very aggressive with this thing because when we come here to Australia, like every foreign people start to taking a lot of videos and a lot of pictures, and at the end, the problem with the storage with Google, I think they give something like 200 gigabytes or something like that to storage the picture and videos, and they sell it. They sell the this is the new business model, because for me it's new, that they sell the expansion of this storage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that. I think you have a reason, but
I mean, we still have your external flash drive,
yeah,
and that's fine. I mean, I still think that we need to rely on something physical, but for everyday tasks, I mean, you can't print and send your document. Even here where we live, there is a this place to print, and I mean, you don't have to take your USB. You simply send an email, they give you a pin, and you put that pin in the printer, and you can send all your documents from your mobile. So, yeah, I mean, but it's great that they are actually doing more. And if you go to the lighting tab, um, they even have their success stories with venues here in Australia, in Queensland, maybe. If
where
you
is
go up where it says projects, they have this. I mean, I don't think that's all they have done, but I guess this is what they can publish. So they have,
the Calamville
yeah,
Hotel?
that's all in Brisbane. So, but still, they are showing you that, yeah, if you go down, so you scroll down, yeah. So
Hmm?
they even have
Roldi.
those screens.
Roldi is a big brand in all the part of the
Yeah,
Australia, and for sure it's a big deal.
yeah. I
Where
mean,
who sell to Roldi is a big deal for a brand like Verbatim.
so they have all these lighting tubes. So I mean, I think this is definitely more long term, and they have this. I mean, I don't know, and I couldn't find more information on whether they operate as one or if they are totally divided, like HP and HPE.
Ink.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't find much about that, but if they are together, this might be the division that eventually might be largest. Um, because if you go also to the other tab, in the one with the peripherals and accessories, uh, they're of course aiming to reach the B2C.
Business to customer.
Yeah. Because they have these car accessories and the cables and the chargers. So there's a lot of products that are more for you, for your use. I mean, I don't discard that they also sell B2B. Of course, they must be selling B2B.
I think, like
But
as you say, they are for sure they gonna have a separately self representatives for the enterprise solutions, that is lighting solutions, and a different representative for the B2B, well, B2C products,
hmm
because it's not make sense that the same person that sell the project to Roldi sell car accessories. It's not about that is good or bad sell car accessories, but it's
no,
a
no,
completely different expertise to send this type of project. And a national corporation like Roldi is totally different to sell it to
to
office,
me.
to me, yeah, or me, yeah, yeah. I think some they had separately areas. Do you find something about the strategy of see if they are making something here in Australia?
They do have a team here that covers Australia and New Zealand, but they don't have much posts on LinkedIn.
Okay,
So there's not really much going on social media for with them, but um, I don't know.
okay. The way to buy products, distributors,
Yes,
partners.
yes, yes, and retail,
Who
because
who is the where is it?
in the beginning, in the landing page, if you click again in the, yeah, they have this collab with Office Work, so much of their products, at least here in Australia, can be found there, which is not surprising.
No, no, no. Is the one of the biggest retails of the technology.
Hmm.
Um, but they don't have any type of partners, the classic partners to sell the products or distributors or something.
They don't have that information, at least public, so.
Okay, okay. Well, but basically this is information that we update for you about the Verbatim. Is a legend company. Um, for me, it's very important that they continue in the market because it's very sad when a company with a lot of history in the life of many people disappear because they don't change with the times.
Mhm.
It's it's a very good way to be present, to be top of the mind of the people in their business to customer, and expands with divisions like lighting and this project in Brisbane.
Still, I think you take this brand as like for granted, because I don't remember if any of the flash drives that I had were from this brand, because you don't really see what brand is your. I mean, you buy it and
Kingston,
yeah,
Kingston
yeah.
always,
Kingston is most popular.
and Kingston is not a brand. You know about that?
Mm-mm.
Kingston is something like take things of different brands and only
Mm.
branding like Kingston, but it's not like Kingston makes something.
Mm.
But we can talk about Kingston in a
Yeah.
different podcast.
So
Well,
yeah, but said was, I mean, I don't know if I ever got one of these.
okay.
Like, um, I think it might be good if they had just a bit more. I mean, at least in Mexico, I never saw them, or I never noticed that it was them.
I think we never know this because it's a commodity. We
Hmm
don't we don't start a conversation.
What brand?
What brand you use
Yeah.
in your USB drive?
Yeah, no, you buy
It's not
whatever
like something.
you find. Yeah.
Maybe with the collaboration, make something with the Japanese fans like us,
hmm
but more about the collaboration that about the brand. But let's continue. Thank you, Verbatim. If you want to talk more about your brand and everything, the microphone is open. If you have time or you have the opportunity, we are really happy to have an interview with some sales rep or marketing division and talk more about the strategy. At the end, this video podcast, these lives, is about keep information for the Australian market and to update about the brand and the strategy for the territory. If you have want to share more, the microphones are yours if you want. Let's continue with the next brand. This is it's my time. Let me Let me share my screen with the presentation. For me, I I make the research for Juniper networks. For sure, everyone's know who is Juniper. If you know who is Cisco or who is Tricom at the moment, but only for the history. This is the guy who found the company, Bjorn Increase and Dennis Ferguson. They are the co-founders. And sorry if I not pronounce well the name. I think it's Pradeep Sindhu. If anyone in the audience is from India, I think that give us right pronunciation. But I leave you the name here and the reference that where I take the information. Basically, they work for Xerox. Xerox, the company of printers, and he one of the executive chiefs of technology. And they want to create something different. They want to create a packet based router. What is this? Let me explain better because at the moment in 1996 when he founded the we founded the we founded that company.
We found it.
Well, they founded. I want to found it, Juniper. At this moment is history again about technology. The way to use internet is not like we use it now. The ways that we connect to internet at this moment, we need to use a telephone and make a really strange noise. Maybe the devil is coming from the computers and the modems because it's something like an scream with
What are you
with something a noise a mix with.
You're referring to the sound that you got on your computer when you were trying to go online
Yeah, but
using the
it's a
phone
mix
line.
like an scream and
I don't think that's an scream.
I don't know. We need to find it, but if you are enough halt to know what sound is, for sure you're gonna will be remember about this. Well, this guy at this moment the communication of the routers are very slow because it's not in package of data. The communication is totally different that now. Is I how to explain it in a simple way. Um, it's not like package. It's only like information separately makes new. When you download an image, you don't download the complete image. You download part of this information and create the image at the end because it's not the image in one package. All the information is separate, and they want to create something that when you download an image is not like the half of the image is here and the other half is there. They want to create something that the inside the internet that you want to carry all the information in one package, and when you download something, this something is complete and not separately. Um, if you don't understand that, it's normal because you need to have some foundations about telecommunications and networking. But basically, it's easy explanation that the thing that these guys want to create and created because they found Juniper at this year. Basically, the line of business that Juniper have at this moment is the 400G, the AIOPS automation, uh, cloud metro, data center, enterprise at home, IP transport, SASE, SD1, telco clouds, and wired access and wireless access. For the 400G, basically they continue working with the portfolio of routers, and this is one of the biggest infrastructure that they have. The Series PTX 10,000, the Series QFX, and the Series MX 2020. Basically, this is the infrastructure for that remember our former president with the word infrastructure. I think it's not an easy word, but let's continue with this. Basically, this type of infrastructure that use it in metro network areas to create a complete network, not in only in a building, but a complete network in an area, like Western Australia, like New South Wales, something like that. The next one is the technology of AIOps. Basically, this is technology of machine learning and artificial intelligence. That's the reason for the AI. They create something that you can use. This technology name Mist. I think this has a very clever name because the thing that we related with data network is clouds, and I think it's a clever name put it Mist because it's the mist formed by clouds.
Yeah,
It's a clever name, and basically it's an artificial intelligence that use it to administrate, monitorize, and give the better way to create a network or optimize the network that you currently have it. The next one is
automation.
automation. Sorry, it's a mix with the other technology. The company have a part of software that, mm, like Mist, is technology created to monitorize and make faster and efficient the network that you create. The cloud metro, that the name is related. Basically, this is making for a biggest networks. What's that sign? Noise. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Well, basically, this technology is to largest networks to create in cities, and it's continue to making something about create these networks in with switches, routers, and everything. Continue with data centers, basically all related with data centers. What do you think about that? Because this is not only me. Say something.
Um, I don't know, to be honest. I've never seen much of this brand, and I'm not familiar with the things they do. So I'm learning here with you.
Okay, good to know. Well, you can go to sleep now because you're learning something new today.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is the solutions for home. This is important because these big brands normally don't have any type of gamble to solutions at home. And with the pandemic, many of the vendors of technology in networking changed the way to do it. It's not about only have the infrastructure in the data center for the corporate, the HQ or the branches. They need to expand the portfolio to solution for their home or their employees, because with the home office the past 2 years they need to have something that be enough faster and enough secure, because if everyone share information for the network, you don't want that, I don't know, someone have any type of attack in their laptop and have a VPN to Russia and start to stealing your data because someone is not using the right way the network of the company. And Juniper give that type of solutions for home, not only for the big company. Well, it's continue to be the solution for a big company, but thinking the in the employee working from home. The IP transport, basically technology related with 5G. Here in Australia, Telstra, Optus, Vodafone are already working with 5G in the technology of cell phones and telecommunications. Basically, this type of technology is directly connected with solution of 5G. Solution of security, as I say, is not only about to transport information between one point another, is the way to transport it and to stay safe with this information to avoid any type of attack or any type of stole of information. And for this, they have a full portfolio of products related with security. After that, more solutions related with virtual networks. You know what is a virtual network?
Yeah, yeah, the VPNs. No?
No. The VPNs is something different.
Then I don't.
Okay. Basically, the virtual network is not only to make a secure tube like VPN. The VPN is to make a secure tube of transmission of data from one point to another. The virtual network is like you remember the virtual machines when you create virtual machines. It's something like that. You create a virtual network to make the make make the I lost my mind because I hear your fingers.
Correcting.
Make safer the environment of
I'm
make
old. I just move them and crack.
okay, make safe the environment of the company and protect the data, having separately the network for public, the network for employees, and the network for the secure data. I don't know if it makes sense for you.
Yes.
It's basically the idea of virtual machines, but apply it to networking. The telco edge clouds. You know what it's edge? Oh,
Yeah, no, too new.
okay. Basically, edge is related with IoT.
Mm.
All these technology related with IoT, name it that edge. The translation is not important because it's a name in English.
Doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's not important right now. But basically, is the connection between the real and the virtual world to say something. Maybe if you are a fan of Digimon, makes sense for you. But basically, that's come with sensors, with that's come with all related with IoT things in the real world that interact with people, interact face to face, like Alexa, like Hey Google, like smart labs or something. This is technology related with age. This is applied for basic sectors like agriculture or something, and Juniper have solution related with this type of sensors, but for this it's important to know that it's not only the edge technology, they need to be connected with someone or with something, or and in this case this something is the cloud, because at the end this is the backbone of the technology and the way to give power to say something, to give power of to process all the information. Make sense for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I feel you. I am lost you because it's a lot of technology, and you never listen about Juniper. But only for your reference, Juniper have a big opportunities here in Australia. They working with a big company of real estates, named Fraser's Property. All these projects are in East Coast, only for your reference. More about the technology of Mist and AI that we already talked. And they work with Telcom and Command Group and to apply in different levels of technology networking. And they are working actually in projects of educations
Currently.
currently, currently in projects from educations. The distributors, if you are interested and you are a partner that you want to start to selling the solution of Junipers, um, you have a lot of expertise, or maybe you are partner of Cisco and you want to have another solution to offer to your customers, you can go with Weston, um, DK Data, and Tech Data. Only for your reference, in our home country, Westcon and Tech Data have presence. It's not relevant for the Australian market, but if someone from Mexico is looking that, is good to know that these distributors have presence in Mexico and Australia. For your reference, and this is the sales support, Natasi Soemantri. Sorry if I pronounce it bad your name because it's not very common that type of last name for me. This is the person that you can contact for Westcom. In Dicker Data, Tony Tree is the general manager at Dicker Data because these guys of Dicker Data don't have any type of partner account manager or champion in Dicker to specifically sell Juniper, but you can contact here. Tech Data don't have anyone. And only for your reference, all the partners for Juniper are in the East Coast. Basically, is Telstra.
No, but there's one in WA.
Well, this one is not public in the list.
Satanet. There it is. Satanet Party Ltd.
Oh, but Google Maps is
They are in. It says here.
where is?
That their headquarters are here in Perth.
Okay, it's good to know. Maybe we need to contact Setanet because in the map of Juniper, the only presence is
But I
at
found
the
them in
East
the
Coast.
Juniper
This is the
website.
map of the Juniper website.
No, but look, if I go here, Juniper Networks, and you put where to buy,
Okay.
and you search in WA, it takes you.
Well, I
that web.
put Australia. The slide says
Well,
partners
yeah.
Australia.
But
No partners at WA, but it's good to know that we have a partner in WA because I don't know. Right now, I'm not sure if everyone is at the East Coast because after that, I don't know. I coming with the message that everyone is at the East Coast, but it's good to know that Chatanet is here. Well, this is the partners: Telstra, NTT Communications, Tech Meridian, IBM working like a partner too. Alpha
Tech
West.
Mahindra is also large.
Who?
Tech Mahindra above IBM, they are large as well.
I don't know about Tech Mahindra. Where do you know it?
They're global. They're an Indian company, but they have presence even in Mexico.
Ah, okay. It's good to know. And basically that's the partners. Uh, I coming with the website. Only give me a second. Is this one? No. Where is it? I try to move this thing. Only give me a second because we need a mouse here. It's difficult to do it like this. There it is. This is the last communication of Juniper in LinkedIn. Basically, all our information we take it of LinkedIn because this is the professional network. And if the brand wants to make a communication, normally a professional communication, are they are they are brands that make their communication at Facebook and YouTube. It's okay, but for us, we always take LinkedIn as a reference.
Yes.
This is the last communication that they have it. This big event named EduTech. EduTech, if I remember well, Asus and BenQ participate in the same event. David Hotlow is the marketing director for NACIT, Australia and New Zealand at Juniper Networks. They share that. This is I don't know. This is like a type
Seems to
of
be a
initiative.
volunteering event.
Yep,
Yeah.
initiative volunteering. Um, I think this is a type of event too. Share about Juniper here in Australia. More about EdTech. Only for your reference, Juniper is a sponsor in F1 from the Aston Martin team, and this is well for me and the people who liked the F1 races. For me, it's a funny video. Let me put it in B and tell me what do you see here.
Mm. I
You
don't
don't
know. I guess
understand?
they're simulating replacing the tires.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, is with the technology of virtual reality.
Hmm.
I think that's Oculus that they use Oculus for these things. They simulate an F1 car, and they are changed
The
the
tires.
tires
Yeah.
the tires. For someone who don't know that important of the pit stops in the F1 is one of the most important part of the strategy, because you lost a race if you take a lot of time change your tires and complete the fuel for the car. And this is a fun experience in the same event that EduTech, only for reference and fun fact. I think it's only fun for me because I don't have any response for your side, but only to complete this brand, these are the the jobs. They are public. Only for your reference, you can find it in LinkedIn, but they have a lot of positions: senior sales engineer, product sales engineer, senior major account manager, and senior partner account manager. If you are interested, you can apply for Juniper. It's a great opportunity. Every opportunity is in Sydney and New South Wales area. But if you are interested, please go to LinkedIn and make this search. Juniper Networks and Australia, and they're gonna share the information.
Mm.
I don't know if you have any comments of this. I think I feel like stand off of me talking about
No, no,
Juniper.
no. That was interesting. It's just it's not the area that I enjoy the most, to be honest. But it's always good to know more.
But I remember that your former employee have solutions of networking, right?
Yeah, but they weren't like top sellers.
Okay.
So we were really never involved. I mean, partners used to sell those products because they were attached to storage or servers projects, but not exactly because customers were looking exactly for the switches of that brand, like specifically, and they would all often go with larger brands or cheaper brands or just the ones that were um, the trustworthy by the customers. So I never really got into that.
Only for your reference, this is the map of the of the website. I make mistakes, but this is no
no, yeah.
one of my
It's
mistakes.
just that they're not
Well,
considering them.
Bert is here. We exist. We are alive. If you want to put your tick here for the partner that is impaired, it's okay. But it's not my mistake.
No,
Juniper published the map like that.
Yeah, they're not considering.
I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe it's only a mistake for someone, but
We could always be in Tase, so.
I don't know if Tassi is not happy with your comment, but okay. Well, who is the next parent?
I think those are the two that we do have really prepared for today.
ViewSonic. Nah? Okay. ViewSonic and what's the other?
It was Nutanix.
Nutanix.
We don't have much
Well,
about them.
Nutanix is a big brand, and I don't know. We have enough time to talk about everything about Nutanix. The important thing about Nutanix that I remember for our former employees, that's a big competitor in the what's the solution?
Storage.
Storage, right? But it's not fair enough to only say Nutanix storage.
That's why I'm not saying anything because I don't really have much to say. I mean, I do know them by name, but I wouldn't be able to tell any true fact about them.
Okay. Well, basically, this is all the information we research. We want to talk more about this, but we only have to this type of research. I don't know. What do you think about this format? I don't know if it's boring.
I think we can make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel it's a lot of information.
Yeah, we should digest it more and present it more like, yeah.
But it's not easy because these brands are really big, especially brands. Well, I don't want to be rude with Verbatim, but it's a different size of brand. Verbatim versus Juniper and versus Nutanix, and at the same time versus.
Oh, yeah, but all are interesting. All I'm saying is that maybe Juniper does have interesting stuff, but I think we made a school type research for today, both.
I
Both
think
of us.
to be fair, the best way to make the mix for the brands for the next episode, we can do B2B and B2C to make more sense for the audience. I don't know if you know what I mean.
I think that I need to think about it. And no, I don't get what you mean.
Okay, you know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. That I try to say is make a mix of companies that me, me and you, we can buy in Office Works on or JB Hi-Fi or in Good Guys or in Harvey Norman's brands like Verbatins, like brands like ViewSonic, like BenQ and Asus all together because we can show products that you and me we can really buy it because this type of solutions that Juniper are very interesting, but maybe it's better if we make Juniper, Cisco, Fortinet all related because make more sense talk and the same in the same episode about Juniper and Cisco that they are direct competitors, that Verbatim and Juniper that is not connected some company with the other because one is for you and me and the other is to big projects like this company of real estates in New South Wales. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it could be.
Woo!
No,
Woo!
it's just, I don't know.
Woo! someone really like it. He's excited. He's really excited with my idea. Well, guys, this is all about us. We try to keep all the information that we can find online. At the end, it's easy to find information, but we need to find a way to make easy to digest all this information because
Yeah, because I get it, but I don't think that, and you get it, but I don't think that we are communicating it in an entertaining way. I mean, I don't know if I would watch this video.
well, I'm for sure I'm gonna watch this video because I want to learn about about me and you. But I think the most important thing is that this information that add some type of value for someone who is finding something about the company. I think this is the most important. If we add some type of value for someone, I think is the bottom of the idea of TecnoQuokkas. Keep information about the IT, keep news about the IT. Maybe we need to make in another format, but I'm not sure. We will continue try it different way, different mix of brands. Um, Maybe
Yep.
more interacting between you and me, because I feel in some moment that is like
Yeah, but it's because it was too heavy. It was too
it's
much.
too heavy.
Yeah.
It's too heavy to carry or too heavy or too
No, too heavy.
okay. Well, guys, that's all for us for tonight. I don't know if you want to continue listen crack at the fingers of Karen because I think he's the most entertainment in this podcast. But for me, it's enough to listen cracking the fingers, and I don't think we are this type of, of podcast. But you want to say something else?
No, no, no. Just thank you for whoever watched, and we'll keep improving.
Okay, see you next time. This is I think this is the first time you really listen to us because the last time the volume is not working.
Mm-mm.
But this time I think everything is working well. We're starting late. I don't know.
Yep.
Let's think this week the way to make this more interesting for everyone. Maybe coming with projects, specific projects like Panasonic the last time that we published
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the ambulance. Maybe that's make more sense.
Yeah,
Um,
something practical.
oh yeah, only for your reference, we working like sales reps in some brands in our former employees, and it's very difficult to share all the information for all the line of business because at the end in the brands normally they have specifically people to
Specific.
specific people for the solution. We only give overview for all the information, but with practice cases or success stories, I think that make more sense for the people and to recognize the work who make these projects because I don't know you, but for me it's important to recognize these people that working very hard to close these deals with different type of companies. And yes, the bonus and the money is important, but the public recognition maybe only for two guys in a small YouTube channel, but the recognition is recognition.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way we need to
Yeah,
make this
could
next
be.
time.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
that's all. See you next time, guys. I hope, and I don't know if next week or in the next for fortnightly.
Mm-hmm.
but um, we don't have a lot of audience. But for the 4 viewers, thank you for watching. We are happy that you share with us. Maybe if you want to ask something next time, you can ask in the chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy to ask or say something, because make the show more, I don't know, more entertainment. Well, see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Bye bye.